Alright guys, so I'm going to show you all of the Vietnam gear that I have, starting with this one. It's pretty simple. My mom found it at some store. It's just supposed to be like a flak jacket, but you know, it doesn't really look like one, but I kind of just use it as one. I don't really use it a lot. And then let's moving over to these pants. There's this lighter variant that's actually was my sister's, but she just gave it to me because she doesn't want it anymore. And but I don't really, this one seems more like a faded version of this one. So but I don't really wear this one a lot because it doesn't really look like the color. And then this is the one I use the most. It's just like the standard. Actually, I got this one at a Army Navy store. It's not original though. It's just a reproduction of the actual Vietnam pants, which is pretty cool. It's got like the cargo pockets and stuff. And then moving over to these t-shirts, this one I found at a thrift store, and it was actually a long sleeve shirt until I cut off the length of the arms, so it, you know, look better. It's not long sleeve. And then this one's just a standard olive green shirt. I actually switch between like this shirt and this one in my videos and stuff. So, and then this is the very first one I have. It's more like a dark brownish. It would look better for like a World War II fit or like you know, World War One. This is one I used for my World War One video, but you know, it's not like the best Vietnam one. This is one I've been using for a long time until I got these other shirts. So this one's all right. And then this one, I got it at like a vintage clothing store, which didn't have like any military stuff, but I actually just like happened to find this one. It was like in the very back of some rack, like with a whole bunch of random stuff clothes. It's actually just a utility shirt. It wasn't like the combat shirt. I don't have any combat shirts. This is from the 4th Infantry Division, and it was someone named Barnhart. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I looked up the history of that guy. He was like some combat medic. It's pretty neat. And then this one I use for most of the time. I had this one. Well, I first had that one, and then been using this one, and now I'm using this one. This is like the better one. This one I got like at an antique store. Had a bunch of old furniture there, but they had this one on like the rack, and so I bought it. It was pretty cool. I haven't done a lot of research on this one, but yeah, it's a pretty neat shirt. Now moving on to the all the gear that I have. So now moving on to all the gear that I have. I'm gonna start way over here this time. I got this one at an Army surplus store. This one was like pretty cool. It was like shoved on the bottom of the box that I found. It was like some World War II ammo box. This was on the bottom, and I don't think anyone really ever dug through it, so this was like the only one I found in the entire store. This is just cardboard that I just kind of put in there because I don't have like a whole bunch of extra mags. So that's pretty cool. It's an actual original Vietnam bandolier. It'd be cool if you had like 2 across like each side of your body. And then this thing was given to me. I tried to do some research on really what it was, but it looks like some kind of gun bag. I couldn't really find too much history on it, but I just use it as like one of my gun bags, which is pretty cool. And then moving on to this, I have 2 sets of, you know, gear. This is the M56 pouch for the 20-round magazine, not the 30. Someone wrote 20 on it, like back in Vietnam. This is original. I found it at a Army surplus store, so it's pretty cool. I have 2 of these. So yeah, they've been really weathered. They're really faded. You can like barely read the words on here. And then this item, it was in my garage. I had it for a pretty long time. When I was littler, I didn't really know what this was, but I've been using it for this pocket knife. This is not a Vietnam pocket knife, but I just been putting it in there because it fits it like really well. If anyone knows actually what this pouch is, please comment down below because I'd really like to know what this pouch is. I really like it. It's pretty cool. It seems to only really fit like a pocket knife, so I don't really know. It's really small. There used to be some kind of number on it, but it's really faded. So this one is more of like the M67 variant of the compass pouch or first aid pouch. I actually got this one off of Amazon, and it's pretty cool. This is made of nylon instead of the canvas for the M56, so this is more of like a later year variant. But I do have an original M56 one. This is like the nylon material. It's really faded. It's pretty cool. I've been using it on this suspender strap right here. And then this I got in an Army Navy store, but it's not original. I don't think so. It just seems different in size compared to the original I do have over there on that set. This set I don't use very often. I actually do have an original M67 shovel that was been in this one and this cover. It's like a pickaxe and a shovel. I don't really use this one compared to the other shovel I have over there, because this one's like super heavy and it like weighs down the entire gear. And then I do have an original M56 canvas like canteen cover for this one. This one's not original, the actual canteen, so it's pretty cool. The words are almost like entirely faded. You can barely even read the US. 2 more M67 pouches I got off of Amazon. And yeah, this is basically the entire set on this one. And then this shovel cover is actually an M41 shovel cover. So it's like a World War II shovel cover, but I don't really know a ton of the history on this one. We did use the M41 shovel covers in Vietnam, but pretty early years, not like when it came into the M56 shovel cover I have right there. But this one was used in Vietnam, but also used in World War II. I think the one in World War II was like a brown color, so if anyone knows if brown ones were used in World War II, like, just let me know in the comments. It'd be pretty cool to know the history of this kind of thing. And then this is my kind of version of the Claymore bag. I'm still trying to find a original Claymore bag, or at least a reproduction, but they're pretty hard to come by. I found this one at a thrift store. It was just a normal like brown bag, but it had like 2 pouches on it, and then had like some brown leather right here, which I just cut off and sewed the actual color back on this. That came from this pouch. And it had like other things on it, but you know, I just removed it, make it look like the actual Claymore bag. So yeah, and then these straps weren't actually there. I just sewed them on. They were more like, they came out of right here and then made like a loop, but instead I sewed them onto the side more like the original thing. And then this I found at a army surplus store. It's just like, I think it's a World War II medical armband. I don't really know if this version was used in Vietnam or not, but yeah. And these are the 2 helmets that I have. None of the canvas covers, the Mitchell covers, are original, but this one I just try to make it look really worn by like rubbing it in dirt and scratching it and, you know, ripping it up. This is a World War II sewing kit, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I just put on there. A P38, I believe, can opener. This is some surgical knife in here. So yeah, it's like a surgical knife. There's just like a few knives in there, just like razors. So yeah, I've been using that on the side of this band. The band is original. Both bands are. I got them at Army Navy stores. This is actually a World War II helmet, not a Vietnam era helmet, but you can't really tell the difference because they're both exactly the same. This actual helmet, the inside of this one, was an original Vietnam helmet, but I can't take the cover off because it got too tight on the fit, so the cover got stuck in there, and I can never really take it off again. I've been trying to take it off. So this is the helmet I use sometimes. I just got some of my friends' names on there, just like nicknames that we use. And then this Commie Killer. I got this pin at some antique store. It's some original pin from the 60s. Put a card on here, some just kill count. Don't follow me on Lost, and then just some signatures of my friends, just for fun. And then this is the main kit that I always use, not the other one, because it just has less items. I'm still adding stuff to it. But this one has a reproduction of the M56 pouches I got off of Amazon. So yeah, they're just brand new. And then I have some original M67 med kit pouches, or compass pouches. So these are like the nylon material, not canvas, compared to the canvas one right here. And then this is an M41 canteen. Although soldiers in Vietnam did use the M41 canteen in earlier years, I'm still going to try to find another original M56 canteen, like the one I have right there, so I can put it on here. And then another compass pouch M67 variant. The suspenders on both of these, I forgot to mention, are original. Though the belt, the M56 belt on this isn't original, yet it is original on the other variant that I have. So this one's pretty cool. I got it at a antique store. So I like the belt on this one, but it's too much stuff to unclip all these and then add this belt on that one. So I just kind of leave it how it is now for now. And then another original M67 pouch. This is not original. This is just a M56 canteen that I bought off of Amazon, really cheap. And then this is an original M61 butt pack, in which I put a just a ration, not a ration, which I put a MRE inside. I actually don't know how old this MRE is. Yeah, so I just keep it in there just for the looks. I don't really ever use it. And then this is an original M56 shovel cover. And this shovel right here, if y'all would like to see it, this is, I actually don't really know what this shovel is. It seems to be like a later variant, like the head seems to be like a later version of the Vietnam shovel, which has like a 3-piece folding. It's like, has like a triangle piece right here, and then it folds in, so it's like a really small one. But yet it has a wooden stock, so I think someone removed the metal folding piece, and then they put a wood like rod in for a handle, and they just screwed it in. So yeah, it's also a lot lighter than the other shovels, so I prefer this one over the one over there, because this one's a lot lighter and easier to carry. Doesn't pull down my whole gear. So, and the shovel cover, if you want to see the difference between the original and the reproduction one that I have, it's a huge difference in size and just looks. So the original one, it has like a slanted version of where you put the knife, the bayonet, the M16A1 bayonet. This one's just straight. And it also, this one's just a lot larger than this one. Like the lid for the reproduction one is like so huge compared to the yeah, compared to the original one. This one's just really small. And this is an original M16A1 bayonet, though you do put it on here, but I know I kind of like to prefer it to be right here. It's on my actual belt. Yeah, so yeah, this one's really neat. Yeah, I showed this in another video a while ago, but yeah. And then these are just some dummy grenades. This one is a World War II one, but though I don't know if it was used in Vietnam, probably. So, but this is the one that I use mostly because this one was used in Vietnam. It's nicknamed a lemon grenade. I don't know the actual number for it. And then this one, I just have that one. So it's pretty cool. And then moving over to this stuff, I have some reproduction of combat boots. They're pretty cool. I like them. And then an M4 airsoft gun that I've been using, though it's not Vietnam. They didn't have a airsoft M16 in stock when I was trying to buy it. This is just a cardboard M16A1 that I made. And then this is an original mortar box. Yeah, right here, mortar. So yeah, I don't really know. We had this for a really long time. I don't even know where we really got it, but overall, that's all of my Vietnam gear. So thanks for watching.